Welcome back to day 10 of the 30-day challenge. My name is Elise, your favorite face yoga coach. Today we're working with the forehead and the tongue and how these areas of the face can give you insight into your relationship with joy and beauty in your life. Take a big deep breath in through your nose and a long exhale out, and we're going to get started with a bunch of forehead stretches. So place one hand on your forehead, covering as much as your eyebrows as possible. Press into your forehead and look up. Squeeze your eyes shut against opposite resistance coming from your hand. Your other hand is resting on the back of your neck for support. Keep your tongue at the top of your mouth. Relax your shoulders down. Relax your jaw and your chin. And then go ahead and switch sides. So behind closed eyes, you are looking down towards your chin and squeezing your eyes in and down so they are resisting your hand lifting upward. Make sure you're not creating any wrinkles underneath your hand so your forehead is smooth. Our eyes are in an antagonist relationship with our forehead, so as we strengthen and contract our eye muscles, go ahead and switch sides. We are relaxing our forehead, so we are increasing the volume in our eyes. We're lifting our eyelids and strengthening our eye muscles, and then we're relaxing our forehead muscles, so we're reducing wrinkles in our forehead and releasing tension. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Keep your elbows wide. Switch sides. The front hand is covering as much as the eyebrows as possible and then lifting up so it creates resistance for our eyes to squeeze in and down. Relax your jaw and the lower part of your face. Relax your lips and your mouth. Check to see if you're carrying any tension there. And release. Keep breathing. Go ahead and switch sides. So in traditional Chinese medicine, the heart energy is said to house our spirit and govern joy, beauty, and purpose in our life. According to the face mapping technology, the heart energy shows up at our forehead and our tongue. So we can work with these two areas. Go ahead and switch sides to balance our heart energy. When our heart energy is balanced, we feel happy, we find beauty in the world, and we have meaningful relationships. When the heart energy is out of balance, we have things like clinginess, needy energy, seeking validation from others. Go ahead and switch sides. We also have an overly active nervous system, anxiety, insomnia, and the list goes on. Physically, we would see deep horizontal forehead wrinkles on the outer corners of the eyes that turn downward, and an unresponsive or discolored tongue. Go ahead and release. Great job. Take the tips of your fingers on both hands and place them on your forehead. We're going to further release the tension by moving the hands up and down. So while one hand goes up, the other hand goes down, and we release tension. It's a pretty quick movement back and forth. We'll start from the center of our head and move out towards our temples. Keep breathing here. Relax the rest of the muscles on your face. Keep your tongue all the way up at the roof of your mouth. Relax your shoulders down. Relax the area in between your eyebrows. When you get to your temple area, you can start back in the center and move out to the other side. Go at a pace and a pressure level that feels good for you. If you have long nails, you may just want to lay your hands more flat and use the beds of your fingers rather than your fingertips. That's perfectly fine. Releasing all the stickiness and adhesions in the temple area. And then go ahead and release. Use the long space from your index finger to your thumb to cover your hairline and lift upwards as much as possible. Against the opposite resistance, look down with your eyes without moving your head down or any of the other muscles on your face. If you're feeling tension in your back or your shoulders or your neck, you can bring your elbows towards each other. so that you can release some of this tension. Keep holding here, breathing in and out through your nose as this exercise lifts your forehead. You may feel a little pressure behind your eyes. That's completely normal. Try to relax your neck and your shoulders, and then move your hands to a crisscross position, covering your entire forehead. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, pull your hands apart so they glide across your forehead and out towards your temples. Keep going like this. We'll do about 10 of these. Go at your own pace and your own pressure. Glide past your temple so you get a massage on your temple as well. This should feel really nice to release any tension and pressure from this area. Try to stretch your forehead horizontally as you glide your fingers away from each other. So we're stretching and relaxing, and then bring your hands back to your hairline, covering as much as your hairline with the area between your index finger and thumb. Lift up, look down against opposite resistance, and holding here for 30 seconds. This is our second set of 3 of these total we'll do. Make sure your tongue is at the roof of your mouth. It should always be at the roof of the mouth if the exercise allows, but especially today when we're working with the forehead and the tongue. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Bring your elbows together if you're starting to feel pain in your upper back, and go ahead and release. Great job. We will crisscross our fingers together at the center and stretch outwards. So you feel the forehead stretching horizontally as you glide your fingers past your temples and release any tension and pressure adhesions from this area. Our forehead is also being heated by the heat from our palms, and this further helps to relax this very overworked muscle. Last time, we're going to do the forehead lifter, so place your hands on your hairline, press up. We'll be here for 30 seconds. Look down towards the floor and continue to breathe. So you can imagine this overactive heart energy as a very neediness energy, seeking validation from others. You can imagine somebody who's lifting their eyebrows and questioning the world. Am I good enough? Do you like me? Am I being what you want from me? And you're lifting your eyebrows. You're trying to be engaged. You're trying to overly people please so that you can get what you want out of life. And that's what happens when the heart energy is out of balance. And then, of course, we're going to see horizontal forehead lines on our face. Last time, we will do the horizontal forehead stretch where we crisscross our fingers at the center of our forehead, stretch outward towards our temples, release any tension and pressure, relaxing this muscle, this frontalis muscle. Keep breathing. Relax your eyebrows and the area in between your eyebrows. Relax your jaw and your chin. Release any tension from your lips. And go ahead and release. Great job. Place one hand covering your forehead and your eyebrows to stabilize them so they don't move. And we're going to do eye movements. So we'll look up, down, left, right. Look up, down, left, and right. Keep this going for a few more times. If you have done this exercise before and you want to remove your hand, be more than welcome to do that. We're keeping our hand here so that we are training our eyes to move independently from our forehead and our eyebrows. So this will prevent wrinkles going forward. We can smile, we can make expressions with our eyes, and we don't need to lift our eyebrows and wrinkle up our forehead every time. So we look up, down, left, and right. If you're using your hand, you can switch hands, and then we're going to do the same thing, but this time we'll look up, down, right, and then left. And keep it going here. Looking up, down, right, and then left. Your eyes may start to get tired here. This is what it looks like if you're not using your hands. But if you find yourself crinkling your forehead or raising your brows, keep your hand there to stabilize it. And keep practicing like that until eventually you can move your hand and your eyebrows and your forehead do not move. Let's do a few more together. Looking up, down, right, and left. This is amazing for your eyes as well, especially for someone who stares at a computer or a phone all day. It's great to get our eyes moving, get the circulation going. Go ahead and release, and then we're going to try another one, opening our eyes wide and squinting. Opening the eyes wide and squinting. This one, you may need to put your hand back on your forehead, because normally when we look surprised, our eyes open wide, our eyebrows want to raise, but we don't want to do that. We can just make movements with our eyes without constricting our whole forehead and eyebrows. And this is going to help you prevent all of those horizontal forehead wrinkles from developing in the future. Opening wide and squinting at a point in the distance. Opening wide and squinting at a point in the distance. It helps if you have a point in the distance to look at. I'm practicing here in a window nook, so there is not much to look towards. But either way, it's just opening your eyes wide and squinting them like you're looking at a point in the distance. This also helps to tone our under eyes and our eyelids. Lift droopy eyelids. Increase circulation in the eyes. Increase blood flow. Opening wide and squinting closed. Please use your hand on your forehead and your eyebrows to stabilize if you are lifting your brows. Keep practicing, and then eventually you can move your hand. Now we're going to work with the tongue. So we're going to do tongue circles at the base of our nose. So bring your index finger to the base of your nose and take your tongue, and we're going to do 30 circles in one direction. Keep breathing in and out of your nose. And hold your finger there so your tongue has something to press against when it makes the circles. So the added benefit is we're reducing nasolabial folds here and tension around the mouth, but we are really working to strengthen the tongue. And if your tongue is absolutely burning, you're not alone. Mine is too. We're about halfway, so if you haven't switched sides, switch the direction of your circle, go ahead and do that. So now you're making circles with your tongue going the other direction. Take a break if you need to. I know this gets intense. We have about 3 more seconds to go. Hang in there. And when you're ready, you can release and blow some raspberries just to release any tension and calm this entire area before moving to the other side. So take your index finger, place it on the base of your nose, and we'll draw circles 30 in one direction and then 30 in the other direction. This is the only set of this particular exercise we're doing, so hang in there. Relax your forehead and the area in between your eyebrows. Relax your jaw. And now we're about halfway through. I couldn't even keep going. I had to take a little break. So if you're like me, let's restart and do 30 in the other direction. This practice also helps strengthen the tongue so it doesn't fall to the bottom of our mouth, because as we know, our tongue hanging at the bottom of our mouth is one of the top reasons for narrowing of the face, sagging of the face, and we want to keep always our tongue at the roof of our mouth, as you all know. Great job. Go ahead and release. You can shimmy your shoulders, do a little stretch, whatever you feel to release any of that tension. Great job. We have one more fiery workout, then we're going to cool it down. So place both palms on the side of your face and press backwards like we have this beautiful facelift. How nice would this be if this was my face? And we're going to do tongue push-ups. So we trace our tongue along one side from the base of the nose down towards the jawline. We're just going to do this 30 times on each side. And imagine you're ironing out this nasolabial fold. So you can use quite a bit of force with your tongue to press in and massage from the inside. And we hold our hands on the outside of our face. You can do it without your hands here. I think this works better because it helps me not to create wrinkles on the other side of the mouth that I'm not working on. It also adds a little bit more resistance to the workout. But if the hands in this position are uncomfortable, you can move them. Just make sure you're not creating wrinkles on the other side of your mouth, and then you'll be okay. go ahead and release when you've done 30. And we have to do the same thing on the other side. So place your hands in position. And as you press backwards with your hands, make sure you're not pressing down as well. If anything, you'll want to lift slightly up, but don't lift down at all. We're doing 30 on this side. Readjust if you need to. Your mouth remains closed. And we're moving our tongue up to the base of our nose, tracing our nasal labial fold, really ironing that whole area out from the inside. Imagine that whole area smoothing and coming back to life. Taking your tongue up to the base of your nose and down towards your jawline. Relax the area in between your eyebrows. And we're just over halfway. Keep going. You're going to feel so great when you're done with this. Relax your forehead. Relax your shoulders. Relax the area in between your eyebrows. And stay connected to your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and release. Great job. Shimmy your shoulders, blow a few raspberries, whatever you need to do to release any tension. And we're going to close out today's practice with an acupressure point, gallbladder 14. So to find it, you'll move to the center of your eyes, one finger width above your eyebrows. So we'll hold here for a little more than 1 minute. And this point is excellent for reducing wrinkles on your forehead, reducing wrinkles in between your eyes. It's also great for lifting and brightening your eyes, relieving stress and strain from your eyes so they look more bright and youthful. And it's great for anybody who stares at a computer all day and for calming your mind. So use a mirror to find this point, or just start from the center of your eyebrows and move one finger width above. You can close your eyes if you'd like. We're going to hold here. And if you are somebody who thinks they experience overactive heart energy, you notice the constant forehead wrinkles or the downward turning wrinkles at the corners of the eyes, maybe it's the emotional side of that you resonate with. Besides face yoga and working with the forehead muscles and the tongue, an excellent way to balance your heart energy is through meditation, engaging in meaningful relationships and conversations, practicing gratitude or keeping a gratitude journal. And I feel like we've all heard that 100,000 times, but it's the actual doing of it that makes the difference. I finally made just a little notes page in my phone, and I've noticed such a difference in how positive my outlook is by just jotting down a few things I'm grateful for each day. Working with the heart energy reminds us that life is short and we should look for every opportunity to see the beauty and the magic in the world and within ourselves, and to stop looking for validation from others before we see it in ourselves. And as Confucius said, wherever you go, go with all your heart. And that's it for today's workout. Remember that you are perfect and beautiful and loved, and the world is a better place with you in it. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't done so. Namaste, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 11.